The most powerful nation in the world, the United States of America, had recently conducted their presidential elections peacefully, and so are other countries in both North and South America, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. For all these countries, their objectives, aspirations, determinations, and willpower were simply demonstrated by their thumbs. But when you consider moments of elections, and expression of public opinions here on the shores of Africa, it's a different story. These and many other terrible things are what we do against ourselves, all in the name of power. Because of someone's 4-year term of office as the president, assets and properties have to be demolished and completely get wasted. The blood of the innocent have to flow down the streets. We crave for peace, yet we seem not to understand the concept peace. We pray for peace often, yet we live in pieces. My name is Richard, and I welcome you to the Rich Fact broadcast. In this episode, we're trying to look deeper into the concept peace. What is peace, in your opinion? Is peace like a crop in which we plant in the backyard garden, which we harvest after a while, eat of its fruit, and claim we are satisfied? For that matter, we have peace. Is peace like a product sold in the grocery stores, which we go and purchase from the shelves, take it home, consume it, and say we have peace? Or it's like a rain in which we get soaked with it and say because we are wet, we have peace? What is peace? Where is peace? And how do we achieve peace? Please stay connected as we try to decode the concept peace and find answers to these mind-boggling questions. It's often common among humans to cry and yearn for peace in times of crisis, and also when there are tensions which are related to elections, revolutions, uprising, and even war. But as soon as these events goes down, we hardly hear anything about peace at all, which means we relate peace to something that we crave for only in a stipulated point in time, but not at all times. But is that it? Is peace something meant to employ and deploy at given times? Or peace is something meant to be with humanity for all eternity? Well, in pursuit for answers to these questions, let us consider what some scholars and philosophers had to say about peace. Mother Teresa said, peace begins with a smile. Wow! How does one smile? Does one have to travel far and wide in search of a smile? Or does one have to have a huge chunk of money to purchase a smile elsewhere? No, because a smile is a natural phenomenon that comes from within. So to show that you are peaceful and to have a peace of mind is an intrinsic attitude. It comes from you, not from outside. To top it up, let us see what Dr. Kweji Agri, a Ghanaian-born scholar of blessed memory, also had to say about a smile in relation to peace. He said, if I find a man scowling at me, I just smile back. He scowls again and I smile. I don't often find any scowl a third time. This is wonderful. This shows how powerful a smile could be, how transformative a smile could be. When somebody tries to show you that he's angry, he's not comfortable with you, according to Dr. Kweji Agri, all he does is to smile. The person tries frowning at him again, he smiles back the second time. And according to him, he doesn't often find any scowl, any frown, any disgusting look a third time from whoever fellow that person could be. No wonder William Attaward also said that a warm smile is a universal language of kindness. Imagine that somebody from Greece who speaks Greek is to meet somebody from Rome who speaks Latin. And these two people from different regions don't understand each other in terms of language. How do they communicate? Same applies to everyone from all around the world. The only means, the only channel through which we can show that, yeah, I'm peaceful, please come close to me, I'm peaceful, is a universal language, which is a smile. When you smile at somebody, even at children, they are willing to come to you and get close to you because you meant peace. This is what some philosophers view peace. Let us move on. Moving on, let us consider this powerful quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. She said, "It isn't enough to talk about peace. One must believe in it. And it isn't enough to believe in it. One must work at it." This is interesting. But to simplify this quote, let us replace the abstract noun peace with a different word like success. So here we go. It isn't enough to talk about success. One must believe in it. I guess it makes sense. And it isn't enough to believe in it. One must work at it. Simple. You can't go about telling the whole world that, hey, watch out, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to be prosperous, I'm going to be successful, I'm going to dominate the world, without you having spoken these words and not believing in it. But ask yourself, what is this thing about belief? There in the book, the holy book, it says that Jesus said, "Blessed are those who have not seen but yet have believed." You see, belief is the golden cord that connects what is in abstract to what is in reality. Belief is a cord that connects what we can see to what can be seen. So whatever dreams, determinations, goals, objectives that you have, if you don't believe in it, it's virtually nothing. It's never going to be accomplished because there is no extreme force backing it. You must believe in it because where attention goes, energy flows. Alright? Where attention goes, energy flows over there. So if you believe in something, although the thing cannot be seen, you have this gravitational force pulling it towards you gradually. So according to Eleanor Roosevelt, when you talk about peace, which we are replacing with success, after you having spoken about success, you must believe in it. Speaking about it alone is not enough, because easier said than done. What the steps that is needed to accomplish what is spoken, next step, you must believe in it. She goes on to say that it's not enough to believe in it. One must work at it. So that is the case. You can tell the world you're going to be rich, and then you can't just believe in it, and then you find yourself a cool shade under a scorchy sun and sleep and snore. It doesn't work that way. You need to work at it. You need to find all the necessary books and materials that can let you learn and attain that success. You need to work and struggle towards it. You need to take steps towards it. So you can't just talk about it, it's not enough. You must believe in it. But you can't just believe in it, it's not enough. You must work at it. So going back to the concept peace, we must not just talk about peace on TV, on radio, wherever we go, in the church houses. We need peace. We need peace. The one thing about Christians that I don't understand is opening their arms very wide, stretching it towards heavens, asking God to bring us peace. Excuse me, pardon my language, it doesn't make sense. God doesn't give peace. This is the point. If you ask God for peace, it's just like asking God for money, which of course wouldn't fall from heaven like rain. So instead of asking God directly for money, we should rather ask God to give us strength to work hard to earn money. That makes sense. So instead of asking God for peace, we should rather ask God to give us self-control over our willpower, so that whatever we say to our neighbors will be keenly scrutinized, so that it wouldn't offend our next door neighbor. Our actions and inactions should be well thought about, so that we wouldn't offend our next door neighbor. So you don't ask God for peace. No. There are certain things God can do as a supreme being, and there are a lot of things we human beings must take charge of. For instance, God has given us the mouth to speak, but the choice of words that we choose to speak is our responsibility. For instance, if you go about saying filthy words to people, you wage war, you bring disasters to your doorstep. So you don't ask God for peace, we ask God possibly for self-control, so that we will work towards peace. Peace is something that is intrinsic. Peace is an inner attitude. Peace is something that comes from within. Peace is something that we take effort against. Peace is something that we take steps towards, so that by the close of the day, we have a good rapport between ourselves and others. Robert Nesta Marley said, "Until the philosophy that sets one race superior and another race inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned, everywhere will be war." This is because human beings as we are, because of this natural feeling that we were all created in the image of the Most High, none of us want to feel disrespected and belittled. So even though I might have nothing in my pocket, no dowry, when they call me in the public that, "Hey, poor man," I'll feel embarrassed, I'll feel disrespected, and I'll feel infuriated. Because if you are rich, you must acknowledge the poor. If you are strong, you must acknowledge the weak. If you try to trample on their freedom, they are not going to permit you. And consequently, you're going to wage war between you and that fellow. So, peace is something that human beings, not God. Peace is not a duty of angels. Peace isn't something that at a point in time we try to get from elsewhere. Peace is something that we live by day in and day out. Peace is something that we work towards through our words, through our actions, through gestures, smiles. Whatever we do, we try as much as possible establish peace between ourselves and others. So we acknowledge that we really need peace. Yet still, people are not ready to speak politely to others. So how can the peace be realized? People agree that we really need peace, but yet they are not ready to show kindness towards others. People really agree that we need peace, but they are not ready to cooperate, to tolerate others and their opinions. We are ready to shout at them, and then we try to cast them off as if they are not human beings. We try to ignore their company and shout at them, trample on their freedoms. Yet we claim we need peace. It doesn't work out that way. As much as we need peace, every nitty-gritties of actions that we employ, we should put into consideration that it matters. Speaking matters. Interactions between you and the next person matters. The way you communicate matters. Gestures matters. As much as everything that we do day in and day out as human beings, it matters. So peace is something that we human beings are meant to live by eternally. Everywhere we go, we are bound to show peace to others. In everything we do, we are bound to portray peace to others. We don't sit there asking for peace elsewhere. It doesn't work out. So these are what some scholars and philosophers have given us just to digest if we are to consider peace. So in a nutshell, as Dr. James Kwesi Aggrey rightly put it, when men are intellectually greater than others, we learn from their utterances. When they are morally better than others, we learn from their lives. So these are what some scholars and intellectuals have given us to digest deeply so that we could understand the concept of peace and live by it, so that we could be peaceful wherever we go. On this note, I want to thank you massively for making time to watch this presentation. To get interactive, please let me know your thoughts about this presentation in the comment section below. Also, kindly give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel so that together we can teach the world and teach them right. Also, tap on the bell icon so that you can be notified anytime the next video is uploaded. As I draw down the curtains, once again, my name is Sir Richard and I'll be more than glad interacting with you. Till I come your way again in the next episode, arise and shine and brighten the corner where you are.